Hey Rockstars, I'm JB, expert salesperson and master presenter.
I'm the doctor, psychologist, and behavioral expert.
This is the Entrepreneur Mastery Lab podcast.
We're high-performance coaches that help service-based professionals and entrepreneurs take their skills to the next level.
70% of entrepreneurs fail, which is why every week we have real talk with real entrepreneurs to help ensure you are not one of them.
We're also the inventors of the Be Rich mindset,
where we rise to mastery,
inspire greatness,
celebrate knowledge,
and help others along the way.
So join us in the lab.
And now, on to the show.
What is up, Rockstars? What is up? What is rup? What's up, Rockstars? It's JB.
Rup-row, Raggy. We're off to a hell of a start.
All right. I have had not enough to drink to start off that way. This is JB and the Doctor, the Entrepreneur Mastery Lab and Better Business Brewing, and I am JB.
And I'm the doctor. And we're going to redo that in a few seconds anyways, because we give people a chance to catch on and then banter a little bit, and then we'll do the podcast entrance.
And miss the best part of every video where somebody totally like screws up.
Oh, I didn't say we're not going to use it.
Oh, that'll definitely stay on the podcast. Well, I'm kind of excited, Doc, being that this is what may end up being our very last live virtual BBB. I mean, it's not gonna be our last live BBB because we like to do things in person, but it may be our last live virtual BBB.
So we should say it maybe as this is the last live virtual BBB as you're seeing it here in this platform, in this setting, as we are presenting it to you now.
What he said.
And the way we just started it off, that's going to be nobody. They've already turned us off.
It's great. It's great. I am kind of excited. I like change. I'm one of those rare people that enjoys change. So the idea of shifting what we're doing here with BBB is kind of an exciting thing for me. What about you?
Yeah, no, I like to keep it fresh and mix it up occasionally, throw people off, keep them on their toes. We like to, evolve a little bit. We like to evolve.
Hey, yo, I thought we'd like to evolve with an I, though. There's
like
no I in team, but there is an I in evolve.
We like to do a little both.
That's right.
That's us, in case you haven't seen us. We're the Evolvers.
Is that like the Avengers, but cooler?
Yes.
Yeah. They're making a movie about us, actually.
Our powers are different.
All right. If you had a superhero power, what would it be? Because this is a question that has now been opened up that needs to be answered.
Can it involve bourbon?
Are you going to like sweat bourbon or something, and that's your superpower? Because that would be like kind of yucky, but I'm down with it too.
You would probably be licking me way too much, and I'm not sure how I feel about that.
All right, let's keep PG.
That's our last BBB. This last time there's
Wow.
no PG on the BBB.
All right, there's too many acronyms going on there right now. If
That's
you're
a tough one. I thought about flying would be nice. Transporting would be cool. Mind reading could be helpful in my field. But a little bit invasive, so I don't know how I feel about that one. The Force powers, that's pretty cool. I mean, I always wanted to be a Jedi. So there's a lot of really good superpowers out there.
Yeah, the Force is almost cheating though, because that's lots of powers. I mean, there's a lot of different powers with the Force. That's not just one superpower. That's like almost
Superman
all of them.
have one superpower.
That's true.
He can have X-ray vision, stop speeding bullets.
So we're not just sticking with one, which is whatever superpowers you want now.
I mean, could it be like when you do the genie lamp rub and like how many wishes? Like, what's your wish?
Genie ramp? The genie ramp? I love those. How much have you had a drink already? I just saw you pour your first glass.
I haven't even taken a sip yet. That's a problem. I have not sweated my bourbon into my mouth.
So you're like a dog. You just sweat out of the mouth. Okay, I got it. Definitely not doing any licking there.
Yikes.
Yep, that's right. Well, for all of our returning listeners and viewers, welcome back to Better Business Brewing.
Anybody that's still with us.
We're your hosts, JB and the doctor, I think. We're and the doctor.
We are, as far as I know.
Doctor Who with superpowers, maybe?
There is a new Doctor Who coming out.
Is there?
Yeah, whole new doctor.
Well, if you are a returning listener and you happen to be catching this on our podcast and not on the live, thank you for returning. We appreciate you. We're sure you've already liked, subscribed, and followed, but on the off chance, just in case you haven't, because I haven't seen our numbers go up quite a bit, so I feel like you all have, make sure you do it. And if you're a new viewer or listener, thank you for joining us here in the lab. We do appreciate you. And make sure before you head out, you give us a like, subscribe, follow. We appreciate it. It allows us to impact more people just like you.
But if you happen to be joining us live and in charge right now on the Better Business Brewing live cast, shoot us a message. Drop a comment. Let us know you're here. Unfortunately, we can't see who's who and who's here. So if you don't tell us you're here, we don't know you're here. And feel free to ask us any questions you'd like to know. This is as JB mentioned earlier, as you might have fast forwarded through some of that talk that we just did, this is the final BBB virtual in this setting that we're doing. So the last time to kind of have that official BBB question answered, although we'll still be around for you to answer questions, but we gotta make it sound like a deadline. You have to do it now. Do it now. And it's also going to be a very celebratory event. So if you've watched BBB in the past and you've had some fun or any takeaways or anything you want to share about your BBB experience, you can also type that into the comments, and we'd love to hear about your BBB experience. We'll tell you ours.
My BBB experience is just waiting for you to ask me the damn question. What do I want my superpowers to be?
I know you are. That's why I'm waiting. It's like I can see it coming. Like he's like,
I'm starting to get upset.
JB,
my question.
What would your superpower be?
I'd like to know who all our guests are that are watching us. That would be my superpower. So I could call them out. They couldn't just creep in the background. That would be cool.
So you want to identify creepers?
When you say it that way, I might change my mind.
People just left.
Right. Well, they were like, "Oh crap! I don't. What are they doing? I don't want it to be me. I was creeping." See?
You're also welcome to creep. If you must.
Well, we'll accept it. My superpower, gosh. Who hasn't dreamt of superpowers? But I think if I could have a superpower, it would probably be to like travel anywhere instantly. That would be my superpower.
That'd be pretty cool. Like a transporter. Yeah. That was one of my first ones I was thinking of when I said. Let us know your superpower you would like. Drop that into the comments or slide into the DMs. We always welcome you in there whenever you like to slide in.
I would like to know everybody else's superpowers. Or
probably some good ones that we're missing that we're just not thinking about right now. Probably. I'm sure. On that note. Go ahead. We're probably thinking the same thing right now.
Is it time to raise a glass?
It is.
We were thinking the same thing?
We were.
Oof, we're good.
Gary.
We've been doing this too long.
This is where we share what we are consuming for our evening. And if you have been a regular follower and you've been watching us monthly, because we've done this every month for you, you'll know the last few months I've been in the office and been heading to the gym right after. So my drink has consisted of usually pre-workout or a lot of water. But tonight, because it's the last one, I busted out a cocktail.
All right. In the pretty plastic cup at the office.
Jim be damned. So I am drinking the good, and I had to bring out a good bottle.
Oh, nice.
So then you can read it, but it's upside down.
You sweated a lot today.
That's a lot of Angel's Envy that I have not consumed yet. Night is young.
And it's interesting because if you have been watching the last many months. I went from this wonderful, cornucopia of drink choices and beverages that I've tried, and the last like 2 or 3 months, I've slid into white wine purgatory. just crappy Sauvignon Blancs and Pinot Grigios, and this is not my finest hour ever. It's some fancy unnamed wine from New Zealand. No, it's not Yellowtail. It's better than that. But I think that's Australia, isn't it?
I believe
don't
so.
know. I just lost somebody else. Somebody else just left me. They're like, you're drinking white wine from New Zealand. We're out, dude. We're gone. But I am here. I am drinking. I have done it every month on the anniversary of BBB, celebrating the origin story of our BBB superpowers.
Yes. So we'll quickly toast to BBB so I can get a sip. And then we'll tell you some stories about BBB over the time.
I was going to do that, and I almost timed it perfectly with you too. I don't want to creep out everybody with like how good our timing is. That's
fair. That's fair.
It's concerning.
So if you were going to share a story, we can share. Let's do that a little bit. Where did BBB start? That's a good story because I think our original plan for BBB and how we introduced it was a little bit different than the iteration you see in front of us. And as you know, we'll probably iterate again. Is that a word?
I think so.
Sure. Why not?
Part two. Like Hot Shots. Part two? Is that too far of a...
No, that was actually... I actually thought that was a better one. The first one of the few better sequels.
Charlie Sheen at his finest.
Yikes.
No, that's not saying a lot.
My introduction to Valerie Galino. That was good.
Mm-hmm. Back on target.
You formed my childhood.
Sorry, folks. You're in for a good one tonight.
She was also in Rain Man, by the way.
Back on target, Doc. BBB Orange's story.
Yeah, so where was our very first BBB? Quick, anyone in the comments can tell us? I'm not going to do that because we'll sit here for hours waiting for someone to type in that answer.
I got it. I know.
Maybe.
I know what it is.
Can you answer that question?
Lauderdale.
Our friends at Lauderdale. And if you are local to the South Florida area, you should always, if you haven't, go check out Lauderdale. It is a very awesome local brewery in the middle of the warehouse district behind an airport, which is like the best place to get rowdy. Hard to find, easy to drink.
Hidden gem.
I even throw their catchphrase at you. And Miranda Fuller was who is the manager there, was one of our early guests on the podcast. Amazing. She is a brewery master by night, but a marine biologist by day. So she is saving animals, then saving us.
I enjoyed that conversation. Talked a lot of science.
It was really good. Good people.
Good beer, too.
Absolutely.
But one of my favorite things that we did at Lauderdale for BBB was it wasn't just us speaking to each other or at you. Far from it. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. Beer helps, always. That's why we still drink at BBB.
Yes. So BBB, for those who don't know, stands for Better Business Brewing. See what we did there? We're clever. Like the Better Business Brewer, but it was at a brewery. Better Business Bureau, but at a brewery. So Better Business Brewing. That was one of my classics. I still think
that's a tongue twister.
It was. I thought I was very clever with that.
We did have fun. We did have fun though, but we took our core competencies, the core things we like to talk about with individuals, and we built it into games, workshops, giveaways, and free beer. All wins in my book. What did we talk about? We did sales. We did productivity, and we did presentation. That's right. I forgot that we changed the name to confidence. Talk about changes in business and messaging.
Right. And that was actually, speaking of that change, it was great because we did three different events there over 3 months. And it was great because we had a very eclectic group every time. So we had some people repeat repeat visitors, which they really enjoyed us that much that they came back. And then we had some people that obviously were there just drinking. They were like, what the hell did we get into? But really got into it, especially when we started throwing candy at them. We had
and
some
free beers.
Really good interrupters. We did get heckled one day. He wasn't really trying to heckle, but it was fun.
Are you talking about the tire guy or the like asphalt guy? He wasn't heckling. He was an odd man. He was odd.
He was there on accident because he was headed to a movie that actually came out the next day. So instead he came and joined us. And if you're listening, don't. He meant well, and he volunteered for one of the activities that we were doing, which somehow turned into about rubber.
He had one too many free beers. So if you ever want a free beer, we're pretty fun to hang out with. And if you let us know that, hey, we heard you on BBB and we want a free beer, we will get you a free beer. I promise you that. There's only 2 of you watching this so right now. So I feel like comfortable saying that. I can afford 2 of you.
And if there's more, then we'll still do it.
Yeah, that's true. Even if you're listening to this on the podcast, we'll still do it. You can hold me to that years down the road.
Yes. Limited to the month of December in the year 2022. What? No, that wasn't any kind of. What do you mean? So, anyways, from that event, we had a lot of fun, and the idea was to continue to take it different breweries and possibly coffee shops because Better Business Brewing works in both ways. But we wound up bringing it because we had a big Facebook group at the time. We wound up bringing it online and then connecting it with our Q&A that we were doing monthly. So we kind of combined both worlds. And it was very good. And we've had a lot of fun doing it. But as things evolve and times change, so has the idea of what we're doing. But what we did take from that and what we really enjoyed about how we delivered the instruction, entertainment, and value is we took the idea of, we want to still network with people. We want to get out there and do it, but it's less of a workshop. We turned it into now what we're just started a few months ago, and we'll be continuing to the new year. The natural evolution of this is our awesome Evolve networking. And it's networking with a twist, right? So we still go out, we still generally have a sponsor, generally a liquor company or beer distributor that likes to help provide some synapsis lubrication.
Free beer.
The term for
in non-science terms.
I like mine sounded very important and intelligent.
But mine sounded like what people wanted.
Yes, and they're both accurate. And so that's what we do now. So we do networking with a twist. We get you out there. We have you get to meet people, have a lot of fun, but we also bring you a little bit of value, and we do things a little bit different. And each time we go, it's something different. So you never know what to expect.
It's a lot of value, Doc. A lot.
I like to undersell and overdeliver.
Little twist with a lot of value.
There we go. That sounds good.
That's right. Free beer. I'm good at this. I could do this all night. It is cool that it's evolving. Yeah, I did it into something else. But it's an apt time to review this, right, and talk about this stuff because we have been now a full solid 12 months in this setting doing this every month.
Maybe even over. Yeah, I want to say it started in last year. Because truthfully, we started BBB live over the summer in 2021. So when we were at Lauderdale, it was like June, July, August, because we picked the hottest months to do an outside venue.
Without air conditioning.
Beer. Yeah, you drink more beer. They have a big ass fan.
Giant fan.
Actually says on the fan, big ass fan.
Free beer. I do this all night. It was fun, but yeah, probably over a year now that we've been doing this. So it's a good time to pivot and evolve and change it up. We've had a lot of fun, but it's something that I think we've decided we can do more and better. It's hard to give out free beers virtually in person. And so Evolve Networking, where most recently we had 130 plus people join us for the event. So if you haven't, you might want to check it out. And there was a lot of free beer and wine and tequila. It was a good night.
Mucho tequila.
And I did have my superpowers on that night. My alter ego, Clark Kent, was out.
Yeah, our last event might have also been around the same time as Halloween, so we might have had a costume party. You know, but that wasn't actually our last event. We did an event after that with the good folks of Andor Consulting, and we did a nice one at Rivertail, more quaint, more exciting, but just as fun because we like to mix it up. You know, we want to. There's more than one ways to do everything, and as we know, we all enjoy different things. Some people don't like big crowds, so we like to do some more intimate events also to get to different crowds and different strengths for us. But it's still the same. We're still always going to throw that twist in there. We're still going to keep it exciting and different.
And we do have some additional changes coming this next year to what we're doing, right? So we've got Evolved Networking, which is what this is evolving into. But we've got some other changes happening too, which I'm pretty excited about.
Changes.
Doc. Sing it, baby.
That's all I got. Changes.
You got a little more. So you got a little more, Tank. Don't lie to me. I like the idea that we're going to be running with specific topics in 23, where we're going to be talking about how-tos on specific things. So whether it's productivity, calendaring, self-management, behavior change, whatever it happens to be, whatever we think you want or what you tell us that you want, we're going to be talking about that specifically in some detail. So you let us know what you'd like to hear, learn, and hopefully it's not silence, because I'm not good at that.
And, that we will be doing on YouTube. So if you're listening on our podcast, nothing's changing. We're still giving you a weekly podcast. That will be the same, where we will be doing some of our quick hit episodes like we always do, mixed in with some awesome interviews with some of our amazing guests. So that will be the same. Our podcast is not changing at all. It is going to be still weekly. It's still going to be awesome. It's still the Entrepreneur Mastery Lab, in case you're only watching this live and don't know what we're talking about. That is our awesome podcast that will still remain every week, dropping on a Monday. And that podcast will still be populating right over to YouTube, where you also catch our daily shorts that we've been dropping. So good tidbits. This is just going to be an addition to. So this is going to be a YouTube exclusive that you're only going to find on our YouTube channel at JB and the Doctor. And it'll be pretty amazing.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. A lot on our plate for 23, Doc.
23 is going to be a new year. That statement was perfectly accurate.
Mind blown. I couldn't even respond to that. I was expecting a rhyme, but nope. Just new year.
I was thinking like 23andMe and all that fun stuff that's going to play off of, but why complicate it?
Yeah, why mess up a okay thing?
I'm saving all my good content for the new year.
I hope.
This, as you guys also might have noticed, this is coming out. This is right before the holiday, and this episode is coming out on our podcast the holiday week. So we imagine most of you are going to be playing with your Christmas presents and getting ready for New Year's. So this is like a little reminiscence. We want to just have a little bit more fun tonight, a little bit different than our additional other podcasts and or BBBs. So we're having a little bit of fun, reminiscing, just having a good time tonight and enjoying the holidays. Hopefully, as you're listening to this if you're not here live, you've opened an awesome present between Hanukkah, which if you're here tonight, happy Hanukkah.
Hey, yo.
Catching us on the replay. Merry Christmas.
You.
Happy Kwanzaa. And Happy New Year coming up. So, also, because I know it's going to be amazing, our New Year's episode to start the new year coming out on January 2nd is going to be a year in review episode. So there's going to be some of our greatest hits from the year. It's going to be a lot of fun, a little more reminiscing. That's a good way to catch up on some of those quick hit things that we've talked about over the year. If you want a little taste of some of the stuff that you might have missed, and then you can always go back and listen to the full episodes, which you should be doing. Right?
100%.
Yeah.
After you like, subscribe, and follow, and give us a 5-star review. Free beer.
Free beer.
It's my new slogan for 23.
I feel like it's going to get very expensive.
If it does, it was worth it.
I mean, because I'm claiming every free beer that I've heard you say.
Is it free if you're paying for it along with me?
No, just you paying.
Oh,
I heard you say you were doing it. I didn't hear me say I was doing it.
I'm bringing the corporate card, brother.
Yeah.
Just
Damn
saying.
it. Looking for sponsors to help handle our free beer. So if you'd like to sponsor,
we're just going to interview a number of sponsors and wholesalers.
Ooh, that's a great idea. Like just do it.
See who we want to work with next year. Who wants to come to that
list of people that would like to sponsor and or be interviewed by us as a sponsor? You can also slide into our DMs.
Yeah, great partnership packages. Slide. I almost said it again, but can't really say free beers to the sponsors and wholesalers, distributors. They already have free beer.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add to this wonderful episode? Any questions going once, going twice for everybody who's on live that would like to say anything? You have your chance. Speak now or forever hold your peace, or just tell us later when you see us.
You can totally tell it's a holiday week.
Oh, yeah. I also just got back from a week-long conference where I got very educated on all things psychology, but it's been a long week.
It's a little Simpsons throwback. I like it. A little Ralph Wiggins. Yeah.
Didn't even get to go on the Simpsons ride while I was in Orlando.
Yeah, I was going to say, but you were at Universal Studios, right? You missed that ride?
Nope. Didn't go to Universal. I did.
Oh, that's right.
Make my first venture into Hollywood Studios at Disney, because you might have caught I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I finally made it to Star Wars World. And if you haven't done it yet, I highly recommend. Rise of Resistance was a very fun ride. And so was the Millennium Falcon ride. That was really cool. And I drank the blue milk. Gotta say, not too bad. Kind of enjoyed it.
Overall experience, thumbs up?
Overall experience, thumbs up, yeah.
All right. So go check that out. After you listen to all of our podcasts, or if you're smart, you can listen on the drive or in line.
Which you might need to do, especially if you don't get one of those fast passes, because holy lines.
Yeah, or you might want to listen to one while you're trying to figure out how to even use those fast passes, because it's like a whole arcane language right there.
I would say do your research ahead of time, watch some YouTube videos, because it does help a lot on how to figure out how to make it more successful.
Disney's system is like designed for you not to understand it anymore. Disney will not be a sponsor for us.
We can still hope. Disney, let us show you how to be more productive and customer friendly.
Yes, we will.
We got your back.
We will help out with that. But I have a rule, Disney. We're only working at Epcot because I like my beer. And
all of them have alcohol now.
What? You can't do alcohol at a Magic Kingdom, not unless you're doing one of their sit-down restaurants, and that does not count.
I mean, at Hollywood Studios, I had a drink in my hand pretty much the whole time.
Is the blue milk like eggnog, or what are you talking about?
Blue milk, actually, you can add alcohol too. Every beverage in every area, they had a alcoholic and a non-alcoholic version for your preference. My blue milk was non-alcoholic, but the drink I had after that, and then the Outer Rim.
Oh, is that what you call a White Russian in Star Wars tongue?
It's actually bourbon with a mango foam with some black salt. No, sorry, that was the margarita one. The bourbon was the one I had after that. That was the Bantu.
So I feel like something like the Outer Rim should be like a margarita, or like the spicy.
It was the margarita with the mango foam and the black salt. But I also had a bourbon beverage. This was at Olga's Cantina, which you have to get on the list to get into, and you get a 45-minute window.
You need to be on the list.
I was on the list. I pulled rank.
Like our weekly newsletter.
Very
similar. Got to get on the waiting list.
Make sure you are checking out our weekly newsletter, and also all our other social media at jbandthedoctor.com. JB and the Doctor, or our website at jbandthedoctor.com. I feel like I should be able to do this by now after 2 years.
The next promo we're running is going to be jbandthedoctor.com /free beer.
Now we have to create that. Great.
We do have to create that. It's just going to be a landing page with Ralph Wiggins saying, I've been educated.
And Homer, dope. All right. I think they've had enough of us.
I've had enough of us, Doc.
I've
This has
definitely
been a
had
fun journey. I appreciate you, brother.
Everyone that has joined us on the BBB, thank you. All our live guests over the years. We've had Dr. P join us live. We've had Susan Block join us live. We've had Suzanne join us live. Anyone else join us live on the BBB?
I don't remember. I was drinking. That's the best part. I don't have to.
If I forgot to shout you out as you joined us live, my apologies. But you know how to figure that out. Just go back, look at our podcast episodes, and you'll see.
We appreciate all of you that had a drink with us virtually or not.
Any of you that have commented over the year, we appreciate you as well. It's been great conversations. Maybe not evidenced by tonight, but it has been.
I think it's safe to say happy holidays, happy new year, crush the end of the year, crush the new year. We appreciate everybody.
And check out our episodes about goals versus resolutions, because I think that would be very helpful.
It's a very good blog, too, coming out this Thursday if you're watching this live, or if you happen to be listening in, probably last week's blog. So check that out, too.
Wonderful. You can find all that at jbandthedoctor.com.
All right, Doc. I think it's time.
We're out of here.
I'm JB. I'm out.
Happy holidays and happy new year to everyone. We will see you on the other side. Peace out, yo.